I'm in love with my stepbrother. My parents divorced when I was 3. My dad got together with my stepmother. A few years later she and my stepbrother Jake moved in with him. My mom had custody of me for most of the time I was growing up, but I moved in with my dad when I was 16. Around the time I moved in, Jake married his now wife, and she moved in with us too. She was accidentally pregnant, and her mom pressured them into getting married and raising the baby. They have a good marriage now, and a second kid, and are happy, but they've both openly said to me that they weren't really ready to settle down back then. I'm kind of thinking this might contribute to the problem now. I don't know. Anyway, I've had a crush on Jake basically since I was a kid. Obviously, I've never told anyone about this. I'd always kind of assumed and hoped I would grow out of it, but it hasn't happened. We're not blood related, but it's still weird, and also, he's been married since I was even remotely old enough to date him, so it's always been wrong in one way or another. I feel awful for having these feelings. Not just because we're supposed to be siblings, but because he's married. I'm good friends with his wife. And I basically helped them raise my niece when she was a baby, and I love her, too. So obviously I'm not looking to have anything happen here. Obviously, I need to avoid having anything happen at all costs. So here's where the trickier problem starts. Jake owns his own business, where I work for him. I see now that taking the job was probably a bad idea to begin with. But I was really frustrated with my job situation and Jake offered me a chance to help him get his business off the ground. I love my job here. But, maybe because we spend so much time together at work, I find myself really struggling lately with how much I'm in love with him. And what makes it even harder, now, is that I'm pretty sure Jake feels the same way about me. First, I don't think Jake is interested in cheating on his wife or wrecking his family life either. But the other day he was consoling me when I was really upset. Long, separate story, basically, I've been breaking up and getting back together with a crummy boyfriend for a long time, and we finally broke up for good. Jake was saying stuff like I was too good for that guy and I'd find someone better, and I opened my dumb mouth and said that I'd never find anyone as good as Jake is. I know, shouldn't have said that. Stupid. Heat of the moment. Regretted it right away. It obviously made him feel really uncomfortable, but he told me he loved me too and was sorry it couldn't work out for us. So now it's just kind of out there. And I don't know what to do. I don't want to quit my job. But being around Jake is really hard, and feels dangerous. Is there some way to impose distance on each other that still lets us work together and doesn't look suspicious to everyone around us?